your worst feature. But competitive is right up there.
Do you believe that?
No, I always thought your bony feet were your worst feature. Nighty-night.
Wait a minute. You haven't told me about the double date.
It was a complete disaster.
Oh, you mean Rose and her guy didn't hit it off?
Oh, no, they got...
I'm gonna put him to bed. Ma, the babas.
Why do you hate your sister? That's what I want to know.
Because when she was born, I ceased to exist. I never saw my mom and daddy again.
Where did they go?
They never looked at me again, Rose. She was the adorable one, the gorgeous one.
Do down here. We can take him to Disney World, the Seaquarium, the Everglades, Rambo.
Rambo?
The movie with Sly Stallone.
I sat through it twice. You'll love it. He sweats like a pig and he doesn't put his shirt on. The Gloria never sits home on a Friday night and she's a widow. Every time I talk to her, she's going out with another guy.
Ma, she calls you 3 times a year.
She's very busy. I'm thrilled she finally found the time for a visit.
Ma, why do you always make excuses for her?
I don't make excuses for any of my children. Except Phil.
Much to tell. He's a great guy, and I like him a lot.
Can't wait to meet him.
And his eligible doctor friend.
That's right.
Well, he's very busy, but we'll have him over soon.
Well, when?
It's soon, I promise. Come on, Sophia, let's go.
Ma, have a wonderful trip and call me the minute you get there. And please, Ma. Wait a minute, Ma, 3 of these people are dead.
Who are they gonna tell?
Hi.
Oh, hi, Blanche.
There you go.
Blanche, you've been gone 3 hours and you only got one guy to sign this petition?
Well, give me a chance to freshen up and change clothes.
Every year we end up with Miami's answer to Meryl Streep. Phyllis Amaro. She stinks.
Oh, I thought she was terrific last year in The Diary of Anne Frank.
Oh, Rose, please. During the entire second act, the audience kept yelling, "She's in the attic! She's in the attic!"
Dorothy, is this a good champagne?
Gee, it's hard to tell. The 2 for $7 sticker is covering the year of the feathers.
Well, I'm sorry, Dorothy, but the welcoming committee is on a budget. Now, hurry up and finish arranging those flowers. Mr. Vaughn's going to be arriving.
Ma, how do you know that?
When you reach my age, you get pretty good at spotting the 12 warning signs of death.
What are they?
Number 1, your children start visiting during the week. Number 2, your doctor won't let you post-date a check.
Listening to my yodeling tapes. When the driver behind me starts furiously honking his horn, I decide to be a lady and let him pass. And what does he do? Pulls alongside, shouts obscenities that would make Joan Rivers blush, then speeds off down the street.
Who cares, Rose? I got my own problems.
I just wonder what she wants, the conniving little witch. You're welcome, Maurice.
Let's make a toast.
With water?
Well, I can't drink.
You never could. One Jack Daniels and you'd disappear with half a fraternity house.
I better be going. And if you decide to go ahead with it, I'll see you in Atlanta in a few days.
Are you scared?
Terrified,
I guess anybody would be.
I guess. Blanche?
And I bet you liked showing it to him.
Well, we have a place. Now all we need is a caterer.
I have one dropping by this afternoon.
Blanche, did you hire the band?
Rose is supposed to do that.
Well, I warn you, we may end up with a Hans Geflugenhaben yodeling quartet.
That's not true. And then one night at the country club, possibly during little Mei Ling's coming out party. Dorothy's having the time of her life when she goes to the powder room and she overhears the towel lady telling Mrs. Steinbeck that Dorothy's husband,
San Quentin. 15 years I spent in that stinking hole. I saw violence, I saw despair, I saw Johnny Cash 8 times.
Well, I guess that concludes the interview, unless there are any questions.
out.
You can't pick men and you can't pick pizza.
Pardon?
You stop that.
You know something? I am having a real problem with your attitude.
Oh, really? Well, you can all just kiss my attitude.
Well, you wouldn't let me get the melon ballers, so I improvised.
If you wait a couple minutes, I'll make you some sandwiches. Where are you going?
I don't know.
How are you getting there? Unless she really cares, take it from me. And I happen to like you.
My life stinks.
I know. Things are tough at home, and that really does stink. But you have a choice. You can tough it out, or you can let it beat you. But right now you're here, and this doesn't. But you know, my room's next to Blanche's.
Boy, something smells good in here. What's for lunch?
It's cat food, Sophia.
Is that seafood medley?
Yes, it is.
They used to feed that to us every Sunday at the home.
Oh, they did not make you eat cat food at Shady Pond.
Dorothy, can I ask you something?
I don't know what it means. I just don't like the possibilities.
No, I wanted to ask you, do you think Blanche has been picking on me lately?
I haven't noticed.
Hi.
She's the one.
I'm really happy for you.
So, Michael, when do we get to meet Lorraine?
Tomorrow, if that's okay. I already invited her. She's staying with her family in Miami Beach. We thought maybe we'd get the two families together Sunday.
Oh, terrific idea. I can't wait to meet her.
Before you do, Mom, there is something about her you should know.
There. Sophia,
Hi, Augie.
did you win? Can you go?
I don't know yet.
Strike!
No, you left the 9-pin.
Yeah, easy spare. I've made the shot 100 times.
Teams and grease our hands?
I got arrested for that once at a party in Chattanooga.
Oh, my goodness, look what I found. Double fudge cookies. I thought we agreed not to keep cookies in the house.
Right, after this last, I want to go give him a call.
Oh, gosh, she's really a character. She's also a cheap slut.
Hi, it's me, Stan.
Most upsetting thing you have ever done. I am shocked. I am disappointed. I am speechless.
We're getting married.
I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride.
We're afraid because our mothers taught us to be afraid.
For survival, Ma. They had to. I mean, what's a mother supposed to say? Don't be afraid of strangers. Eat their candy. Get into their cars.
Well, he made me feel better.
Me too.
I was just thrilled to be out of there. He had 2 dead fish in his tank.
Well, Rose has the date and I don't. What are the odds of something like this happening? There's probably a better chance of getting struck by lightning in a house you won from Ed McMahon.
Blanche, I'm sure it's a fluke that nobody called you for a date.
They must have painted the men's room walls at the Pizza Hut.
Well, there must be something wrong with Rose's date. There has to be. I bet he's an airhead, or a mutant, or an insurance salesman. Now, that's it. Well, Rose, you and your geek have fun.
You said she wouldn't take it well, Dorothy. Well, then, burial, I guess. But will you promise to put a blanket in with me?
Why?
Oh, I just feel more comfortable. Cozier. And I'd want my pictures of Charlie and the animals. You know, the ones in the little silver frames. And my pictures of the children. And, of course, if I...
Time investment. A week from now, you're going to be kissing the ground I walk on.
Yeah, and you're going to be looking up at it from the other side.
Well, what happens a week from tonight?
Pepe, tell them.
¿Qué?
Pepe, boom, boom.
Kill Gonzalez.
Attaboy, Tiger. Hey, Pepe, why don't you do some
Discoloration of the whites of her eyes?
Try this and tell me you're not in heaven.
Sophia, I can't, really.
One bite, for God's sake.
Isn't it a little rude for him to be eating while she's having a heart attack?
She's not having a heart attack.
That's good.
Ma, face it, you cannot be trusted. Every time you get yourself into something like this, I have to end up covering for you. I am not going to end up taking care of this dog.
Did I ever mention that I almost died giving birth to you? The pain was so intense they gave me a towel to bite on. There, will you promise you'll hold my hand the entire time?
Oh, Ma, are you really that scared?
No. I just want to make sure you're not grabbing at brochures behind my back. Oh, look, it's a letter from my friends, Philomena and Dominic Bosco, back in Sicily.
Oh.
They're visiting Miami and they're bringing their daughter, Gina.
Who are they?
Oh, well, Gina and I were born within minutes of each other at the same hospital in Brooklyn. That's when Ma became friendly with Philomena, before the family moved back to Sicily.
Will the Boscos be...
Hi, how was the audition?
Wonderful. I'm 99% sure I got the part.
Oh, Blanche, there were so many good people there.
Trust me, I got this part in the sack.
She means in the bay.
No.
And yours aren't?
Please, Gloria, I'm happy for your children, all except Catherine. No, she really should have taken the nose job instead of the Mustang for graduation.
This reminds me of when we were little, and you used to tell me bedtimes.
Oh, come on, Gloria. That is the dumbest thing I ever heard.
Dorothy, even with all my money, you have so much more than I do. You have Ma and your friends and your work and... Your life just seems so much more important than mine.
Up with these things. You're involved in all the charities. You sent a contribution to save the rich.
I have charity work burnout, Dorothy. In the last 3 months, I have helped with so many raffles and bake sales and car washes. I have to draw the line.
Well, I guess I'll manage somehow.
Nope, she's still mad at me.
I'm not mad, but if I were, I'd have every reason to be.
Rose, come on now. You're about to swallow your chin.
It's just that the invitation to dinner should have come from me.
I asked you 3 times in this past week to invite Dr. Newman to dinner, and you always put it off.
I didn't put it off. May I remind you, Dorothy, that moose didn't just raise little Yemeni. He put him through medical school.
Why were you dating Buzz at the same time as Charlie?
Because I didn't know which one I liked better. They were so different. Charlie liked to do all the...
You lied to me.
No, I didn't lie. I'm telling you now.
I'm getting out of here.
No.
Yeah, let go of me.
No, you gotta listen. Please, you have to listen to me.
Listen to what? Listen to what? How your wife doesn't understand you? How you stayed because of the children?
I did stay for the children. My wife would have moved them back.
I'm off.
So, you started up with your married man again.
How did you know?
I'm the amazing Kreskin. I was listening outside the door.
Oh, Ma.
Oh, I can't put my ear to the door, but you can put your...
Ma!
Her life, baking, sewing, gardening, tending the animals.
Ooh, my favorite things.
Okay, let's get the show on the road.
Rose, you sure you don't want to come and just watch?
Come on, Rose. You'll sit and watch my dentures eat corn on the cob. It's a lot of laughs.
No, I don't want to kill an... Can you get those, honey?
Sure, Mom. Thank you for inviting us to stay with you.
Oh, thank you for these lovely gifts. What are you going to do with yours?
It's a log. I'm going to burn it. It's more than that, Ma. I'm talking about my school's project to get kids to read during spring vacation. We're putting on a series of plays based on favorite children's stories. And guess what? I have just been made producer of the first grade production.
This is all you have, Dorothy, so I'm...
Welcome back, sweetheart.
It all happened so fast. He grabbed her. She bit him. He stuffed her in his calamari wagon and sped away. And that, dear grandchildren, is how my parents met.
This is the second man she's gone away with since she arrived yesterday.
Well, she's 20 years old. She's a young lady. I don't have any right to butt into her life.
Well, I think you should talk to her mother.
Oh, I can't do that.
Why not?
Because Lucy trusts me. Ever since she was a little girl, she and I have... And I will have you know there is nothing sordid about my sex life. Nothing. Oh, great. Now I'm depressed.
You know what I hate about Sweeps Week? The news. It's sex, sex, sex. Why can't they do serious stories? Stories with political relevance.
Yeah.
It's okay, I didn't want my salad anyway.
I'm sorry. Sucre?
Oh, no, thank you. I'm still sucking out of Smith Brothers.
Well, good evening.
My arms around Mother Nature and giving her a big kiss. Hi, you must be Dorothy.
And you must be Mrs. Rogers.
No, but we have a Mrs. Rogers at the Grief Center. Oh, and there's a Mrs. Rogers lives across the street. And then, of course, there's Dale Evans, the most famous Mrs. Rogers of them all.
They are. Yeah, but don't count your money yet. Those are the two males.
Oh, my God, he's just the sexiest man in television. And Burt Reynolds is the sexiest man in the movies. Oh, I cannot believe this. All that manliness in one room, in one crowded room, one hot, crowded room. Everybody's steamy bodies all pressed up against each other.
Blanche. Relax, you're about to set off the smoke detector.
Say yes. I need a friendly shoulder to cry on.
All right, give me a minute. Girls, I need a shoulder to cry on.
Dorothy, what did that creep do to you?
It's not for me, it's for Stan. He lost the business. He has to take his mind off his troubles.
What do you want us to do? It is, you already forgot lessons 1 and 3. Quit being an idiot! I stole $40 from you while you were listening to that cockamamie story.
She's not back yet?
No.
I don't understand. What could they be doing all this time?
You know what they're doing.
Yeah, I also know Stan. We were married for 38 years. And
Girls, come look at the tree. Oh, isn't it breathtaking?
oh, it sure is.
And now it's always going to be there. And all because of Mrs. Claxton.
Yeah, you know, I guess you were right all along, Rose. Mrs. Claxton did have a reason for being here.
You know, that cow during mating season.
Oh, I do love the rain so. It reminds me of my first kiss.
Your first kiss was in the rain.
No. I'm quite fond of you.
I'm fond of you, too. Matching outfits?
Mother.
I'm sorry, honey, but it's just that, well, suddenly, it's like you're a whole new person. It's gonna take a little getting used to.
I understand.
Hey, come on! Don't rush me. It's gonna take as long as it's gonna take.
I don't believe this. There's a man in our bathroom.
Dorothy, relax. Let me handle this. Hello there. Excuse me, sir. Are you married?
No, as a matter of fact, I'm not.
Gin. Aren't you gonna get mad?
No. You want to play another hand?
Nah, if you don't get mad, you take the fun out of it. You're still
Howard, could you get me another champagne, please?
Roger, be a dear and get me one, too.
I haven't seen them anywhere.
Oh, my God, Dorothy, what if he turns out to be some kind of depraved ex-convict who's kidnapped Rose and is dragging her across 7 states on a rampage of violence and destruction unparalleled in the annals of modern crime?
When we go to the movies, who always stands in line for the popcorn?
I do.
When we vacuum, who always lifts up the furniture?
I do.
When we clean the kitchen, who always mops?
Dorothy.
Who cleans the mop?
I do.
She takes advantage, Rose, and it's time.
I really appreciate everything you're doing for me.
I know that.
I've never been this scared in my life.
Come on. Now, Stanley, you said yourself it's a very common operation.
Still, there's a chance something can go wrong.
There's always a chance.
And when there's a chance that something can go wrong with me, it usually does. The way I figure it, I'm gonna die.
Himself.
I think I'm beginning to see your point.
You do?
Who cares? You want to hear the sequel?
The point is, you're letting Stan get too comfortable here. He may never want to leave.
Now, she is right, Dorothy.
She is not. He is recuperating. He is not getting comfortable. Believe me, he doesn't want to stay here any longer than he has to. Oh. God, he's good.
Oh, excuse me. Have you seen Patrick?
Blanche, have you seen Patrick?
No. Who's the flower for?
Oh, it's for Patrick. I thought I'd give him a rose for good luck.
Sophia, I said abhorred.
Abhorred, a slut, a tramp, it's all the same.
Ma, we're talking about Rose.
Yeah, lately she's been abhorred, too.
Frankly, I am worried.
And I'm Blanche.
Can I interest you in some arts and crafts?
This really bites.
Norman, what would you like to do?
Well, I like Army Men.
Oh, there was a colonel here on Tuesday, but he had to go back to the base.
Blanche, I think he means those little guys with the helmets.
Oh, possibility that Sophia might be right. Maybe Emily has been abandoned.
Yes, officer, that's correct. Yeah, and we've been trying to reach them all.
Say my prayers.
Oh, Rose, God wouldn't mind if you skipped a night. He's very busy these days. Most of his free time is spent talking to Pat Robertson.
Hello, God, it's me, Rose Nyland. I'm sorry to be getting in touch so late tonight. I hope I didn't...
I never take the Lord's name in vain. Oh, God, now I'm lying to a priest. Why don't you just come on in and sit down? I'm Blanche. I'm Dorothy's roommate. Would you get the door?
Dorothy's told me a great deal about you.
Well, she seems to have left...
It's very nice to meet you, too.
Dorothy's done nothing but talk about you for weeks.
Rose.
Every time she mentions your name, she practically glows.
Rose.
I think she's really very smitten with you.
Rose.
He's a priest, isn't he?
Yes.
And she can stay here until we find her a place.
Well, that sounds wonderful. I mean, if nobody minds.
Mind? Why should we mind? Dorothy, could I see you in the living room for a moment? Are you out of your mind?
What?
What business did you have inviting my sister to live here?
Ma, what are you talking about? You're the one who invited her to live in Miami.
Yeah, Miami the city, not Miami my house.
Am I missing something?
You don't know Angela like I do. All my life, she always wanted whatever I had, even if she didn't want it. She'll live here a while, see how nice I have it, she'll try to muscle in.
Oh, calm down.
Oh, I'm calm. I'm just calm as can be. And you know why? Because my worst suspicions have just been confirmed. My stunning good looks are fading. Oh, the camera does not lie. And that leaves me with only one choice. I am going to be perfect. I'm going to be gorgeous. I'm going to have my tummy tucked and my butt.
And do whatever Lars wanted. Lars agreed, and it worked. I mean, it always works, so won't you give it a try, Blanche, please?
All right, I will, but not right now. I'm late for my date. Dorothy, I'm just gonna grab those earrings. I'll see y'all later.
Oh, I better go see if I can help her.
Rose, listen, I'm going to ask a question that I know I'm not. There's a picture and I'm in it.
Well, let's see it.
No, I look terrible.
Oh, Dorothy, come on. You always think you look terrible in pictures. Let's see it. Now that's ugly.
I think I hear him in the kitchen.
You didn't.
Well, I was teaching English lit at the time. Symbolism was my life.
I understand what you went through, Dorothy. I remember how I felt when I thought Charlie was cheating on me.
John?
Days. Saturday and Sunday, he and the other farmers became volunteer policemen. Of course, the only crime in St. Olaf was that more people didn't practice better oral hygiene. So most of the time, they just sat around the jailhouse and took pictures of each other behind the bars in goofy poses.
Hi, Sophia. Hi, Al. You hear anything on the wiretap yet?
Save your breath. He can't hear a word with those things on his ears.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've been entertaining myself all afternoon. Watch. Hey, you dumb bachicaloop. Your face looks like the rear end of a donkey. You've been tossing and turning all night. What's bothering you?
Nothing.
Don't you break a commandment in this room.
What commandment? Thou shalt not toss and turn?
No, thou shalt not lie.
That's not a commandment.
Really? That doesn't make it.
Sophia, maybe you should sit down.
I am sitting.
You know what? I'm gonna make you a nice pot of coffee.
Don't panic, I'm fine. I haven't had that much. Besides, you think I'd ruin Roberta's milestone birthday?
Milestone? She's 88.
Right. After 80, every year with...
Leonard fellas, now no need to rush off like this. It is my birthday. Who wants to be the first one to spank me? Boy, that turned out to be some evening, didn't it?
It sure did.
You know, from that night on, I learned to love surprise parties.
The vet?
Our prize hen, Henrietta, had some kind of a chicken disease. I don't exactly know what it was.
Chicken pox.
No, I don't think so. Anyway, I had an earache, so he saw us both at the same...
Maybe we have one. Maybe he can see things we don't have the power to see. I read that in a book. People with mental illnesses are the chosen.
Who chooses them, Shirley MacLaine?
George, we've got to have a talk.
Hey.
We have...
Alone.
Yeah, but we could. Hi, Ma. Hey, how'd you like to have... Oh, come on, Ma. That was 3-4 months ago.
Listen, we were going to give you your wedding gift tomorrow, but since we won't see you, why don't you take it home with you tonight?
Oh, thank you. Good night. Dorothy, are you crazy? We're gonna lose a fortune on this wedding.
And you let her march out that door with your best piece of crystal.
Hello, police.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Judge for yourself. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Well, maybe just a little around the eyes. This has gone far enough. Rose, honey, I want to talk to you.
Now, don't bother Rose. She's busy.
Oh, it's okay. I was just thumbing through the old family album. Here's a picture of baby when he was young. See, I've always wanted a tiara. I mean, ever since I was a little girl back in St. Olaf. I mean, every year I'd blow out my birthday candles and wish for one. And every year I'd get a freshly carved pair of wooden shoes. Except for...
Well, nothing. He didn't send a letter.
Well, that is unbelievable. I wrote him 2 days earlier. I did the dumbest thing. I walked out of this house and completely forgot it's a full moon. Under those conditions, a Sunshine Cadet Master must wear full headdress. Here I come,
Rose, honey, there is nothing to be nervous about. Honey, the press wants to meet you because Gorbachev really respects your views on world peace. Boy, you know, when you say it out loud, it really sort of lays there.
Dorothy, Rose, talk to me. You girls have got to believe me.
We believed you once, Blanche. We're not falling for it again.
Falling for what? I told you the truth.
Oh, Blanche, come off it. You really expect us to believe that Gil was...
Caffeine, especially women our age, or our bones will get brittle and we'll walk all stupid.
That's calcium, Rose. Calcium, not caffeine. This is what has been keeping you awake.
You mean if I stop drinking that, I can sleep?
You may even blink a coffee shop. Oh, I got there 5 minutes early and caught him necking with a waitress.
Oh. Well, that must have made it easier.
No, I still could not do it.
Dorothy, how long had you been together with this guy?
38 years.
That was Stan?
And you know, to this day...
Get these.
I'll give you one guess.
You slept with the teacher?
Of course I didn't sleep with the teacher. You have to be very careful these days. I promised I would if he'd give me the answers. I call it safe.
Oh, Stanley, this is the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me.
Rose, honey, come on, let's go down to Wally's and see if we can meet some men. Come on. Come on.
Okay.
Hey, if you're taking Biscayne Boulevard, would you keep an eye out for my hair?
She's an idiot. I've got the perfect example. Dorothy was on her summer vacation looking for a part-time job. So she asks Rose to put her ad in the classifieds. Well, that was a mistake to begin with right away.
Rose, it is not here.
Look again, it has to be.
Rose, I have read every want ad in the paper. Mine is not here. Are you sure you dropped
something stupid or cooking something stupid?
Rose, what do you think of Blanche saying these things?
I think she's a Gurkhana knocking.
Well, what exactly does that mean?
Literally, it's the precise moment when Dog Dude turns white.
I love you.
Somehow he manages to suppress the urge to throw me on the floor and ravish me.
Please, if he throws you on the floor, you'll both end up at the apartment below.
Drink up, Blanche.
That must be him now. I just have to grip my jacket. We're driving into the museum together.
Well, there were already 3 other people in town. But that's beside the point. One day, I got up the courage to go up to mean old Lady Hickenlooper and ask her why she always frowned. Well, she had been born with no smiling muscles.
Up and down and scream a lot.
Come on, Dorothy, we're on.
Sophia, Rose, honey, before you all go out, there's something you ought to know. Dorothy and I are going to team up with the Kaplan brothers.
The Kaplan brothers? You mean you and Dorothy are joining a country western band?
It's the Gatlin brothers, Rose. The Kaplan brothers.
Yes, Blanche, you landed on Grab That Dough. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, we're shafted.
That's right, Sophia. The green team automatically wins a chance to grab that dough in our magic money machine. Come this way.
In a city hall and make it legal.
Stan.
Dorothy, it's fate, divine intervention. The hurricane, us pretending we're married. If God didn't want us to be together again, he would never have sent us a priest.
I'm not a priest.
Angelo, get back here. What do you mean you're not a priest?
Can I go on with this deception?
Each month has the picture of a man who's brought some special joy into my life.
Oh, Blanche. Oh, honey, this is so thoughtful. Whoa.
September.
Yep.
I'm surprised you, Dorothy. I was lying in bed eating, and if I don't get up and walk around, I'm going to become as big as a hippo. And life, if I can still call it that, has to go on in one form or the other, so here I am. I'll just spend my remaining years in the company of women. Only reason I'm sticking around is to read Danielle Steele's next book.
This is all because you're going through the...
Ma, you're gonna miss us. The four of us had a lot of good times together.
There have been plenty of headaches, too.
Yeah, but one thing you have to admit, Sophia, it's certainly never dull around here.
Okay.
You shot my vase.
Leave the door open.
Yes, Mrs. Cleaver.
Hey, girls. Gee, what's my diary doing here? Next to a pair of pliers. He really doesn't want to do.
Well, so what? Maybe you were responsible, but it got him up off his duff. What's wrong with that?
Absolutely the best thing for him. And the best thing for you, Rose. Listen, have you even considered taking him up on his offer?
Oh, no, I couldn't. I have responsibilities.
Rose, haven't you ever done anything to...
Luigi, per favore, tagli un po'.
Here they are, Dorothy. Vincenzo's new work crew.
Looks like the road company of Cocoon.
Have a little...
That was just a coincidence, Dorothy.
Hey, Al, I've been looking all over for you.
Really? I don't think I've moved from this spot.
Terrific! Hi, Rose. Let me change capes and we'll be on our way.
In my office, terrific. Now.
Say please, Mr. Producer. Little twerp. He was on my show when he was 5. He sat on my...
Mr. Terrific, I think that Lex Luthor and the Joker are harassing an old lady in the stairwell. Could you come in and melt them with your X-ray vision?
Mr. Terrific doesn't have X-ray vision.
Please, Rose, this is no time to point out his shortcomings.
Looking more handsome than I've ever seen him. Oh, black motorcycle boots. Skin tight Levi's, a match in his mouth, and a white T-shirt with the sleeves rolled up to reveal his brand new Woody the Woodpecker tattoo.
When she gets off the phone, we're going for lunch. I'm tired of listening to these lousy Mother's Day stories.
Sophia, don't you have a Mother's Day story?
I said I was tired of listening to lousy Mother's Day stories. I wouldn't mind telling a good one. Picture it, Brooklyn, 1957. The second Sunday in May. Dorothy had gone to pick up my mother, and I was getting the house ready.
Darn, I hate fog.
Why? You spent most of your life in one.
I meant if it were clearer, we could see Mount Lusenbaden.
What's Mount Lusenbaden?
It's kind of like Mount Rushmore, except they sculpted 4 losers of presidential elections in the mountainside. Let's see, there was Alf Landon, Wendell Willkie, and Ed...
Honey, there's something in there that... Well, what is the word I'm looking for? I don't know exactly how to say this.
Wait a minute. Where's Ma?
Oh, my God, no, the curse of the Summerall Falls Tunnel.
Sophia?
Ma?
What?
Ma, where are you? Can I give her my blessing? She has hated that man for 40 years, and now suddenly, after a 3-day weekend, she decides to get married. I cannot believe that someone can fall in love that quickly.
My Charlie asked me to marry him 10 minutes after we met. Of course, we were only 7 at the time. My mother was so cute.
So goodbye.
Bye-bye. Come back soon.
Bye.
We forgot something.
We forgot to get a new place.
You're kidding.
Don't worry about it. We just need a roof over our heads for a couple of days while we look. Doesn't have to be anything Max, put the paintbrush down a minute. Taste this pizza. I want an absolutely honest opinion.
I'm dying.
Yeah?
It's gorgeous.
Yeah?
Perfection, like velvet in my mouth. A masterpiece.
Moving along to item number 17. A leather jacket recently worn in concert by one of the world's leading musical talents.
Get ready, this is it.
I have a really dumb question.
And I have a box of chiclets. What's your point?
How high do we bid?
Hi.
Time to look for the jacket.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah, let's split up.
Oh, it's lovely.
I see. Have you ever been to Europe?
No, but it's always been a dream of mine.
Interesting. How many fingers am I holding up?
2?
Fine. You can go back in the living room now.
Hurry up, Blanche.
Oh, stop pulling on my nightie. It's only got one more yank left in it before it falls.
Whoa!
Well, Mr. DeKimmel, I find your work absolutely riveting.
Well, so do I. I'm just not sure I understand it.
No, of course you don't. If you had any real grasp of color.
But every couple is different.
You just listen. We were sitting right here. George took my hand in both of his and looked deep into my eyes and he said, "You know, Blanche, you're a very special lady." And then he said how he just...
Julio?
Hello, Sophia.
Why didn't you use the front door?
Well, I didn't want to be seen.
Well, what's the point?
3 people who look like Sam Snead with a hormone problem.
Look, you two stay here. I'm going to check out the rest of the locker room. I think I'll start out with a jacuzzi.
You don't know where the jacuzzi is?
Yeah, it's just down the hall, second door. I'll ask somebody.
This has been a nightmare.
What up reminiscing. You know how it is when old pals get together. Excuse us.
Now, that's that. How does it feel to have your butt whipped?
Well, sometimes I find it strange.
It's not what it looks like.
Obviously. Dorothy thought I was dead, tried to comfort you, and the two of you got carried away.
Okay, it is what it looks like.
I can't believe this. I was just playing a prank. Do you have any idea how I feel? I mean, what kind of person jumps into bed with her dearest friends like...
Right.
Oh, thank goodness I worried all the way over here. I'd get it backwards.
I could have lived with smart and sexy.
You do live with smart and sexy.
Who's this?
Holly, this is...
Oh, wait now, Rose, let me. She's every animal on the farm. I never learned how to make friends.
You never learned how to keep friends. You never thought of anybody but yourself. It's about time you stopped looking around for other people to blame. This is your problem. Oh, I always used to feel so guilty for not getting along.
Angel of mercy.
Well, I didn't know he was going to pick that precise hour to die. How could I know that?
Well, he was in a coma.
Oh, he'd been in a coma for days. The fact is, I happen to be very good with sick people. I was once a candy stripper.
Hungry or suicide?
Unnatural. No daddy for the baby. And no fun trying.
I'm gonna have to agree with Blanche on this one. Half the fun is in getting there. And boy, did your father and I have fun trying for you.
Ma, I don't think I want to hear this.
I wasn't gonna...
Any questions?
Plenty. Can just anybody walk in off the street and make my daughter pregnant?
We screen the applicants very carefully. We know everything about them. We know their body type, their IQ, their eye color. Any more questions?
Yes, just one. What in hell are we doing here?
Translated, it means, I hope you have a license to carry that Gefürfen.
And this is a quality that you look for in a man?
Yes. Oh, maybe I'm crazy to be so attracted by someone I hardly know, but I can't...
You know, I'd get up there and tell a few jokes about the teachers, about the cafeteria food. Ma, do you remember, you call this tapioca?
Timeless.
The kids really liked me. I mean, they laughed. I felt great.
Oh. Whose cat is this?
Well, actually, I got it at the pound for somebody, and now they don't want him.
I was talking to Sarah Antonelli the other day. She's got a cellar full of mice, and she needs a cat. You think this guy's got the killer instinct?
Oh, I think so. Please take him, Sophia. His name is Buster.
Right. The reason I stayed up is because I want to talk to you. I want to know how the job hunt is going.
There's not too much out there right now.
Are you sending out resumes?
Oh, come on, Ma. Musicians don't send out resumes. I mean, it's not like a job.
Oh, no, you're right. A job is when you go to work.
I have been following you around, and I'm sorry. But I have something to tell you, and, well, this is just so difficult for me.
Oh, whenever I have something hard to say, I just say it fast. Like back in high school when I wanted to break up with Carl Dugan, the captain of the football team. Well, I was very nervous.
Well, I'm leaving. I found a compatible roommate. Here's my new address and phone number.
Oh, come on, Ma, you're joking.
It's no joke. Ciao. Auf Wiedersehen. Arrivederci and sayonara.
Rose, I'll be waiting.
Coast clear?
Yeah. Buzz, I've been thinking, why don't we spend some time getting to know each other before we go rushing off to Europe?
I know so many books.
I know. This is a bookstore.
If you need me, I'll be in the Bitter Children of Celebrity section.
Don't get lost.
Too many books, too many contradictory opinions next to each other. This leads to anarchy.
These books represent different ideas.
Dorothy, what's going to happen now that...
Rose, what are you doing? I heard the creative process is a lot like giving birth, so I'm doing my Lamaze breathing.
Oh, for a minute there, I thought I wasn't the only one with the invisible man fantasy.
Dorothy, please.
Hello, Mrs. Barnack.
Mrs. Barnack is a teacher, Mr. President.
Do you have any suggestions, maybe, on how we can help with this education thing?
Bush.
Well, it's good to know.
Operation, if I believe there was any risk.
I don't know, my little beneficiary.
Oh, God.
What's wrong, Blanche?
Oh, there's a very handsome doctor coming this way. Dorothy, listen, if he walks by...
Oh, but I don't know. It's so hard to trust him.
I know what it's like to trust somebody who's betrayed you. You're not going to believe this, but I have a St. Olaf story about this.
I believe you. I just hate you.
Well, Gunhild Bjorn Dunker, St. Olaf's tallest woman.
Wait a minute. If St. Olaf is flat broke, how are they going to pay for this statue?
Every penny comes out of the $500,000 emergency statue fund.
$500,000?
Oh, but you can't touch that fund unless it's a real statue emergency.
But he's a prime suspect in a major crime spree.
Where?
Palm Springs, California.
It's good to be mayor.
Let's go.
What can I say about Philip Petrillo? He was special. Very special. Yeah, man doesn't get any more special than this.
Now, right now.
Look, Ma, it's important to be accurate. Now look at the box.
Hey, Pussycat, it says here from ages 8 to 80. I'm out. I'm out.
Come on, Ma.
Hi, Dorothy. Sophia?
You kids have fun tonight?
Oh, did we ever? There's this so
Have that chance?
Sophia, I think I see what you're getting at.
I don't think you do. Blanche, will you marry me?
Thank you, Sophia. I need to go talk.
Your pop sure made everyone laugh when he made the little feet dance.
Rose, how did your date go?
Oh, Dorothy, you were absolutely right. It was better than I could have dreamed.
Rebecca, what a surprise.
Look at you. And you used to yell at me for wearing halter tops. Mama, I just got a job interview and I really need you to babysit for Aurora.
Impressed.
I've settled here in Florida recently.
Oh.
Maybe you and your daughter could join me for an afternoon at the zoo one day soon?
My daughter and I would love that.
Well, I'll give you a call. Are you in the book?
Bold print.
Fine.
I think I've got everything. Can I kiss Aurora goodbye?
No.
No?
We're not going anywhere.
Give me that baby. Oh, I'm a Feldman, damn it. A buffalo. Oh, ladies, now please, I beg of you, let us put aside our ancient prejudices and change these rules. Oh, ladies, let my people in.
It's there when you're down. And family stops at nothing. Nothing to help one of their own. Blanche, I want my brother Angelo to come here and live with us.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sophia. There's just no room.
Hey, I tried.
Wait a minute, Dorothy. You're a landlord now. Maybe there's a vacancy in your new building.
Don't call it my building. I don't even know if I'm going to hang on to it yet.
I understand. Sophia, any mail I get, just address it, Guy in the Gutter, Post Office Box, anywhere.
All right, all right. Hey. Nothing, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it.
Dorothy, I want to talk to you about my apartment. I'm grateful. I love where I live. And the last thing I want to do is to come to you with every little problem.
And look at the end of the play until today.
If there's one thing I remember about my wedding night, it's Charlie telling me it's impolite to peek.
Rose, the play isn't real. It's a fairy tale. Not all stories end happily, and children have to learn that.
You call yourself a teacher? It's people.
They are the stupidest birds. Any mail for me?
No.
No condolence cards?
And smell the flowers.
We can't. The sky is falling.
Run that by me once again.
A piece of blue sky just fell on her head. The wherefore and why are best left unsaid. But we have a hunch, and it's appalling. We may refuse the news we bring. We must fly and try to warn the king.
Actually, I'm glad to have the opportunity to talk about the pilot because when I was living in London, I'd watch American television, I'd watch Mary Tyler Moore, and especially soap. I noticed the work of a certain person, and I said, God, if I had the opportunity to have that kind of material and those kind of actors, I'd like to think that's how I would do it. And I would check the credits all the time, and it was all...
In July, we got picked up, and I went in and I talked to, I guess it was you and Tony Thomas. And I said, okay, guys, I know I'm not supposed to do this with a Southern accent. I've got an idea. How about Mae West? And I remember you said, not.
Christmas, that is unique.
Of course, that was before he met Blanche. Pretty, affectionate, fun-loving Blanche. Say, where is old Happy Pants?
She and Ma went to the Philharmonic.
I thought you were going to that.
Why bother? It's not like I...
Long time.
This competition's gonna be a piece of cake, Rose. Just look around. Ugly. No charisma. Well, there's a gym teacher.
He was proud of you. I remember him saying anyone would want a daughter like this. Of course, he was saying it to the gypsies.
Look, I don't have to listen to this. Have you any idea how it makes me feel when you say things like that?
No. After I'm dead, drop me.
Oh, Rose, Miles called earlier.
Oh, he must have gotten the ring. I sent it back.
Honey, what happened? You were so happy about him yesterday.
But that was before I talked to Charlie.
What are you talking about?
Well, I heard Charlie's voice coming out of Sophia.
Here's the lady.
Lauderdale. By the way, your Bonneville shakes when you go over 65.
Ma, you were driving? What is wrong with you? What, do you have some sort of a death wish?
No, I have a life wish. I've seen the white light. Now that I know there's a place for me on the other side, I'm not gonna live in fear anymore. Pussycat, what's that?
Well, I guess when you're 17, 23 can seem rather dangerous and forbidden.
When you're 17, a cow can seem dangerous and forbidden.
Because I'm reasonable and kind and considerate, and I'm back in the game. I have a date tonight with a young man I met in the produce department at the market. I showed him how to thump a melon.
Here's a euphemism we haven't heard before.
I realized something. Just because every man in my...
Too much, and when you do that, you're gonna get hurt.
I know. Oh, but I was so disappointed. For 40 years, I've had this fantasy that Mr. Gordon would come swooping into my life like Sir Lancelot. Now I don't even have that.
You can keep the fantasy alive. It's far too late.
Don't, Mom.
Don't try to stop me, Dorothy. This curse is bigger than both of us. Well, bigger than me. I'm only doing this because I love you.
What is it, Sophia?
I saw Dorothy and Miles kissing. I said I saw Dorothy, your friend, and Miles, your fiancé.
You know, all these gentlemen were goof-offs, and you were a goof-off, but I managed to cut you off at the pass. I figure the pass is about the 10th grade, and that's where I belong.
Well, if that's what you really want to do, okay. Hey, listen, if there's anything I can ever do...
Yes.
I'll bet.
I remember our one date when I told you I didn't like girls, and you told everyone. Everyone. Well, guess what? I still don't like girls, and I don't like you.
Ted? Ted! Oh, who cares?
So I guess the most
with the Arctic beetle.
Think that one through.
Well, I've heard it's really expensive.
Not if you just do your head. What? I want to preserve my brain.
That? Oh, honey, if Rose needs physical therapy, we'll just simply see that she gets it. Hell, that's why houses have mortgages.
You'd do that for her?
Of course.
Honey, we made a pact a few years ago that if anything happened to any one of us, the other three would take care of her. It's sort of an extra insurance policy. Put her away.
She sure did. But sometimes it takes something like this to bring you back together again. But you've got to be strong for her. She needs you.
I think she needs you too.
Let you rest, honey.
Oh, don't go. Seeing you all here makes me know I'm alive.
It's a miracle.
Oh, yes, it is.
Dorothy finally met somebody.
Tell him that we went up to Lover's Lane and that we necked.
Oh, well, then I'd have to smear my lipstick, for effect.
Here, let me.
Then, unless anyone here has cause for objection, by the power vested in me by God and the state of Florida, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Lucas, you may kiss the bride.